The circumference of Tyler's bike tire is 72 inches. What is the diameter of his tire? So when I start a problem like this, before I read all the instructions, I like to just draw a quick picture for myself. Bike tires are circular, and the first part of this talks about circumference, right? We're given that information. And so I know that the circumference is the distance around the outside of a circle, and the circumference is 72 inches. Then I'm asked, what is the diameter of this tire? So diameter is the measurement that goes from edge to edge of the circle going through the center. So the diameter is what we're looking for. There are two formulas that use circumference, that can find circumference. One is C equals 2 pi r, and one is C equals pi d. Because we're going to be finding the diameter, it makes sense to me to use circumference equals pi d. It's more efficient because when I solve it, it will actually give me the diameter. So I'm going to use that one, and I'm going to fill in the information that I was given. The circumference is 72 inches, so that goes here. I'm substituting that for the circumference for C. And it does tell me in here to please use 3.14 for pi, so I'll substitute that here, 3.14, and then I'm multiplying that by the diameter d. To solve this, I will divide by the 3.14 on both sides of the equation. By doing this on both sides of the equation remains in balance. When I divide 3.14 by 3.14, that gives me 1 for a coefficient, so I just have d. And when I divide 72 divided by 3.14, notice we just divided from top to bottom, just like we read. This gives us the value of 22.929, and it just sort of keeps going from there. So notice that we have instructions down here. It tells us that we need to round our answer to the nearest whole number. So to round this answer, we'll keep the 22 and we'll look at the value that comes next. And it's a 9. Now with a 9, we need to round up to the next whole number, and that gives us 23, which is approximately, right now we've rounded, that's the approximation we'll use for the diameter. If you chose the answer of 22 for this problem, for the diameter, then you made an error in your rounding. So I'm thinking either you forgot to round up or you forgot how to round. Sometimes we forget how to round, but you need to remember that because we were looking at 22.9 something, 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 this 9 in the tens place tells us that we needed to round up to the nearest whole number, and that would give me 23, which was the correct answer.